Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Welcome to the podcast. I got some cadets here. We're going through the microphones and everything. We don't even care. Whatever happens, happens. Everybody, just say your name, your ages. Just welcome yourselves. Come on, talk about it. Say your name. Say your name and your age.
My name is Kos.
Come on, I said from my left to my right. You're in the middle, so she goes first.
My name is Charlene and I'm 9 years old.
Okay, next.
Me?
Yeah.
My name is Kos Samuels, and I'm 9 years old.
And you're 9 years old. Okay.
My name is Taraji and I'm 7 years old.
Okay, Taraji. Okay, guys. Everybody's new here to the podcast. You never been here before?
Yes.
Yes,
All brand new.
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, what do you
Yeah,
guys
brand
think a podcast is?
I think that you have to listen to the microphone.
Well, you don't listen to the microphone. You listen to the headphones, but you talk into the microphone. So yes, it's about talking into the microphone. What do you think? What do you think a podcast is, Cole?
I think podcast is when you talk in the microphone and you like talk to people right next to you, like right to your left, right, or
We're in front. Yes,
In
it's
front.
basically like almost like a radio show. We just talk and we talk about different things.
People say music. Sing
It could be about music, but
I think that podcast means that when you tell people your name and you tell people your age and then like you start music and start asking questions.
well, you don't have to ask questions. You could just talk about things. A podcast is just different subjects, different things that a group of people are going to talk about, and eventually it's going to go on the internet and people are going to listen to it and be able to download it, and your parents will hopefully load it and say, oh my God, look at my daughter, she was talking about this, she was talking about that. So that's what a podcast is about. For me, I just want to get you guys used to just talking. I want you guys just to be able to talk about different topics and different subjects and stuff like
Okay.
that. So is there anything that you guys want to talk about? Anything that sounds interesting?
I do.
Go ahead, talk.
My favorite thing is movies.
Your favorite thing is movies, so you think you could do a lot of movie reviews? You watch a lot of movies?
Yeah.
What about you, Cole?
I usually like video games.
Okay, so you're a video game. You're a gamer. What about you?
I basically every day I like to sing.
Ooh, you like to sing. What kind of songs you sing? Cole, get off the mic.
Sometimes I sing sometimes
Like
I
Ariana Grande?
yeah,
Okay. My daughter does that too. What else?
and sometimes I sing Nicki Minaj.
Oh. Did you go to the studio here and sing? Have you been downstairs to the studio
No,
with Mr. Taj?
no,
No.
Well, that's where most of our singing is done, in that studio. We do use microphones here, but this is not really for singing. This is more for talking. Even though the microphones are really good, but it's more for talking. You may have to go with Mr. Taj to the music studio and sing for him over there. That's set up for singing. We have music and all that in the background and loudspeakers and stuff. So that's where you could do your singing. Anybody else want to talk about something else?
I like.
It's not really what you like. We just want to talk about things, because I like a lot of things, and I can stay here and just be like, I like cars, I like green, I like this, I like food, so it's not about what you like. We just need to talk about things. We could talk about the environment, we could talk about recycling, we could talk about
Recycling.
okay, you know anything about recycling?
Yes.
Do you recycle at home?
Yeah, with my mommy, I always help her.
You always help her. So when you get plastic bottles and cans, you put it in a separate bag and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
we got 2.
Okay, that's good. And your newspapers and papers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anybody else here recycle?
I recycle all the bottles. I don't put it in the black.
Or you take them back to the supermarket to get your little nickel?
No,
Yeah.
I like my mom buys a blue bag and then that she
Oh,
tells
that. Okay, she puts all the bottles in the blue bag. That's a recycle bag. Yeah, that's how the trash people, the sanitation people know that blue bag is going to the recycling dump and not to the trash though. What about you, Cole? You do recycle? You don't recycle?
I do recycle.
What do you recycle?
So I usually recycle the like food and like I usually recycle bottles. What like every time when the bottle is like full and full and full until the bag stops and there's no more.
And then what do
room.
you do with the bottles? You take them
I threw them out in the
downstairs.
Yeah,
And then
downstairs.
the sanitation person comes and takes it to the recycling bin. Okay, well I'm very glad that you guys recycle. I try myself. I recycle my plastics and the bottles like where the laundry detergent comes in. So I try to recycle those, and I really the bottles my mother takes them to the supermarket, and I try to use like one water bottle for the whole week or something like that. So I just keep filling it up. So that's good that you recycle. That's something good to start, and it's a good habit to have. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I know.
What?
We could talk about how we could talk about yourself. We could talk about how you're like.
Yeah, but this is the thing about talking about yourself. Not to shoot your topic down, but talking about yourself is not really interesting to 100 people. I like to think 100. 100 is a nice number. Are 100 people interested about you? If they're not your family member, they're probably not. And that's not nothing bad. It's just that I'm trying to bring topics like recycling is something that everyone could be interested in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have an age group. I don't have to know you or your name to talk about recycling. That's a topic that if we say let's talk about how you call it I don't even have a topic right now, but let's talk about violence. Let's say like gun violence and stuff like that. If we talk about gun violence, it's a topic that it's interesting to your age group, 6, 7-year-old, 8-year-olds, 14-year-olds. Myself, I'm 50 years old. It's interesting to many people across the board. So that's the kind of topic that we want to bring up. I mean, not necessarily the violent one, but we could bring up topics that everyone is interested in. Go ahead.
When we're downstairs, and every day we choose our when we choose,
What room you want to go to?
Yeah. Can we always go to like
podcasting? Yes, when it's your turn to go podcasting, that's your turn to do podcasting.
Okay.
But I'm gonna start picking some people because I can't have 30 people every day coming over here and we're talking about the same thing. So we have to start doing some homework. We got to do a little research. We got to be like, oh, I want to talk to Mr. Ish about that. We got to have, our mind has to start working a little more. We can't just talk about school and KIPS Bay and our parents and sports. We need to start thinking about other things that are happening in the world. Like if you ever watch the news and be like, oh my God, why does the train cost so much? Then we'll talk about stuff like that. We need to talk about topics like that. Why there are not a lot of parks in our neighborhood? We need to talk about stuff like that. Okay, so that's what I really want you guys to do. So eventually you're gonna have to get some homework and get some choices. What about you, Cole? You got anything on your mind? No. Okay. What about you, sweetie? You want to talk about something else? Come on, don't be shy now. Don't be shy. 'Cause I hit you off with the little crickets. That means that you're thinking.
Okay. Oh, I can hear
The
them.
park.
What do you want to talk about the park?
I go to the park sometimes with my mom and my mom friends.
Okay. You like the park? You play a lot there in the park? You meet a lot of new people? I go to the park every weekend, and when it's the summertime, or whenever I have time, I go with my daughters all the time. My daughters love the park. I go to all different parks. I go to parks in Queens and Brooklyn and in Long Island City and in Manhattan where I live at, in the Bronx. Wherever my girls want to go, that's where I go.
Oh wait, I have
What's that called?
something. I usually play with my sister with my Nintendo Switch on the weekends.
Okay. Well, what games you like?
Smash Ultimate, Mario Kart.
Okay, those are good games, though. I heard those are really good games. I want to buy one, but I have a Switch, but I only have the dance one.
Just Dance?
Just Dance, yeah, because my girls like to dance. And I also got the basketball game because it was on sale. But the games are expensive. They're $60. I can't afford that. I need to feed my family. I don't have $60.
One of the
to
games
spare.
I actually got from Christmas in
like
2018.
Okay, you still using it?
Mm-hmm. A lot.
What's up?
I got a question. I got a question that
Who else like?
Yeah, talk about it. What was the question?
every summer I asked my mom. Can we go like to this like really good water park? It's
Me
called
too.
like Bahamas.
It's called Bahamas?
And
That's a place.
yeah, and then like they have my mom told me that this time my mom told me that we could go, but then this time
But you have to go on a plane, right? Are you going on a plane or you just
I think we're going on like
a boat, a cruise?
I think we're going no, cause like last year I went on a
All right, sweetie, you need to talk it up because it's 11 minutes and you're not getting your story out. Come on, bring it out.
Some
Talk.
people are shy. I'm
That's
not
okay,
shy.
but you know what? Everyone is shy in some way, but this is just talking. I'm pretty sure you guys just sit down and could talk to your friends. It's the same exact thing. The only thing is the microphone in front of you, and I'm kind of looking at you from left to right, but
Yeah, that's the weirdest part.
no, you guys can talk. There's no cameras in front of you, so you don't have to be shy.
yeah, there's
All right, guys, we're about 11 minutes into it, so if you guys want to say goodbye, this is the time to say goodbye to all your friends.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Okay.
Check 1 2 1 2 check.
We're out.